As we enter a whole new day in trade, let's take a look at the forces that are likely to impact our markets today, whether they be the US handover or how Asia is performing this morning. The US had a very muted session yesterday. The benchmarks pretty much closed flat. The Nasdaq, of course, continued to perform the best. Microsoft shares stood out. They were up over 4% in extended trading after the company posted a beat on revenue and earnings, 17% YOY growth in revenue, far ahead of street expectations. Dow futures, Nasdaq futures and S&P futures are all showing positive action this morning. Nasdaq being the outperformer, futures up 67 points or nearly 0.5%. Tomorrow, big day for US stocks. Apple, Facebook, Tesla, three major heavyweights will be reporting earnings, and of course, they will be the drivers of the market going forward. Also, stimulus continues to linger in the backdrop. We'll be keeping our eyes out on that as well. Asia is a bit mixed this morning. IMF has raised the growth forecast for the globe. 5.5% is what they're now anticipating this year. So that's boding well for Asia Pacific as well. The Nikkei in Japan was up 0.63% in early trade. The Topix was up 0.61% in early trade. The South Korean Kospi was up 0.80% in early trade. And shares in Australia dipped, with the S&P ASX 200 declining around 0.4%. So Australia is the only region to really buck the trend. Yesterday, European markets closed higher. Two consecutive sessions of decline. So two-day losing streak was broken yesterday. Chemicals and financials, these are the two sectors that really did well. Chemical sector was up 2%. Financials was up 1.8%. Within that, UBS was one of the top performers, up 2.4%. And the benchmark index, the stock 600, closed up around 0.7%. Most sectors and major bosses, however, yesterday finished the day firmly in positive territory. So Europe looking good. US this morning looking good. Asia a bit mixed, but with the IMF upgrade, SGX should be braced for quite a stable entry this morning. Oil prices eased on Tuesday because coronavirus cases globally continued to rise. However, losses were capped because there's rumors and talk of a blast in Saudi Arabia, which may hit supply in the near term. Brent crude, as a result, was down just 11 cents or 0.2%. to $55.77 per barrel, and then US WTI fell 30 cents or 0.6% to $52.47 per barrel. Gold prices edged lower yesterday as well. Concerns over a new package, weaker dollar, subdued treasury yields and Fed policy meeting impacted prices. Spot gold was down 0.2% to $1851.26 per ounce, and then US gold futures settled down 0.2% at $1850.90 per ounce. So taking all this into consideration, no major calls for an uptick or a downtick. Of course, we have the budget here locally as well, which is influencing our market right now. So let's see how we open and trade from this one-day holiday that we just had. We'll be bringing you more updates throughout the